start today coming to the edge of your seat again so that just your sit bones and not a lot of the backs of your legs are on the chair, but more of your buttocks. And kind of lean a little bit to the right and left to kind of widen your seat, because oftentimes when we sit, the buttocks kind of roll in and then it kind of puts pressure on the bones in the lower back. So the more we can kind of widen our seat, we can even take our hands manually and kind of spread the buttocks apart and then sit down nice and tall. We're going to simply take a nice deep inhaling breath today, and we're going to exhale as we twist over to the right side. Let your left hand come over to the outer right knee. Feel the energy of your right knee widen into your hand to help you move the left rib cage up and over a little bit more. And we'll inhale, reach your arms up nice and tall, and then please exhale over to the left side, and your left hand can even grip the chair. Your right palm presses into the outer left knee, and that is to create some resistance between the two of them so that you can move from the rib cage from the right to the left. And you're pulling your navel in and back this whole time, core is engaged. And let's inhale, reach your arms up nice and tall. One more time, twist over to the right side. And then inhale, reach your arms up again and twisting over to the left. Then from here, we're going to inhale, reach your arms up nice and tall, and you're going to take the arms out to the side. The palms are going to be face up. And I want you to imagine like you're going to pull the thumbs together on the back side of your body, but you're not going to necessarily move your arms. So squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. And then from here, we're going to take our hands to our shoulders and then expand the arms out and lengthen through your fingertips. And then once again, let your fingertips touch your shoulders and then expand the arms out. Now turn your palms face down and then press through your palms, turning your fingers to the ceiling, and press through the base part of your palms so that you feel a stretch to the underbelly of your forearms. So for those of us who are kind of hunched over and on a computer, this is a really good just kind of lengthening through the collarbones, through the upper back, through the forearms, all the way into the fingertips. Then we're going to take fingertips to thumb, creating a nice sensation of lengthening on the top of the hand. And then we'll push through the base of the palm again so that energy moves more into the forearms. And then one more time, fingertips to thumb, stretching the top part of the forearms and the hands. One more time, push out. And then last time, pull the fingertips in. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to do a side view here. You're going to go ahead and take your right hand to the top of your left shoulder, and then your left arm is going to cross on top of the right. So we're gripping kind of the shoulders. You squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. So back here on this back side. And then we're lifting the elbows up. So a lot of times like the elbows will be down. So try to lift them up the same height of your shoulders. And then round the upper shoulders forward as like you were going to get a beach ball, but the bottom tips of the shoulder blades are still coming in. So we don't want too much here. We don't want too much there. It's right in between. I always say like yoga is like Goldilocks and the three bears, not too much, not too little, but just right. That's what we're trying to find balance. Then we're going to crisscross at the elbows, and we're squeezing the elbows in towards each other. And again, don't drop them down. Try to imagine lifting them up. And then keep pushing the forearms out, but keep pulling the shoulder blades in. And if your palms can touch each other, we're going to press the palms in towards each other. Then we're going to start to lift the elbows up, pushing the forearms away, lifting the elbows up, and then bringing your gaze to your thumbs and letting your head drop back. So you're going to get like a nice little stretch to the neck here. And then we're going to release, and you're going to switch the crossing. So we're going to do the opposite side. So grabbing those head of the arm bones again, and then lifting the elbows up, pulling the belly button in, retake the arms, stretching them together, releasing them together rather. We're going to stretch them when we lift up, pressing the palms in. You might notice one side feels a little bit different than the other side. And we're lifting up, we're letting the head drop back. And you want to be able to still speak in your throat. So sometimes we throw the head back and we can't talk. You want to be able to make sure that your throat chakra stays open. And then we'll go ahead and release. So now we're going to go ahead and come up to stand. And we're going to, I'm again just going to use the side view here. So you could stay right where you are. But first, just kind of roll the shoulders a little bit, kind of move them forward and back, shake them out. And then what we're going to do is place the hands on the edges of our chair. And you can grip the chair, thumbs on the chair, and your forefingers kind of on the outside. And then we're walking the feet back as far as they can go. And you're letting your head kind of bow down even with your elbow creases or below. And as you press into the chair, you want to feel your inner armpits lift up. So you're trying to lift them up and create length in the side body, because when we collapse, the ribs don't elongate. So we're trying to press in and we're trying to push our booty back as far as we can. We're trying to deepen our hip creases. And this once again feels hopefully really nice in the shoulders and in the upper back. Then from here, see if you can let go of the chair and bring your hands all the way down to the ground. And then just let your head be heavy. And the knees can be slightly bent. The more we lock the knees, the inability we have to access those muscles. So we really don't want to ever lock the knees. Then from here, we're going to slowly kind of zombie-like just roll up to a nice stand. And you're slightly away from your chair here, and you're going to inhale, reach your arms up. And then we're going to exhale, fold forward and reach down and touch the ground again. And then walk your hands a little bit further forward and then let the head get heavy to the ground. And you're pressing your thigh bones back to the space behind you. Once again, trying not to lock the legs. And then one more time, slowly lifting up, nice zombie-like to stand. And then from here, we're just simply going to stand in space. So we're going to do a little bit of mobility. It's been nice outside here in Chicago the past few days. So hopefully you've been getting some nice outdoor time to move our bodies. And sometimes we just don't pay attention to how the bodies move. So this is a little test to our stability along with flexibility. Wait, I think we did this last week. You're going to be weighted in your left leg. You're going to lift your right knee up, and we're taking external rotations with the right hip. So you're just moving it around. And sometimes I do this with people and I say, just let it go. But today I want it to be a little bit more controlled. So you're really focusing on the strength of that left leg. And then you're going to pause and we're going to take the opposite direction. So you're pulling it in towards the left leg. And when we do this motion, this is strengthening. And when we take it away from us, it's actually lengthening and opening. And then we're going to steady this right leg down. And we're going to move to the left leg. So your right leg is going to hug in. You're bending your left knee, lifting the left knee up. External rotation. So this is stretching the inner hip crease. The right leg is still doing a lot of work. So you're getting that stability to the outer hip and your glutes. And you might find yourself a little wobbly, and that's fine. Life is wobbly. That's why we do yoga, to kind of have a nice little metaphor of what we're learning and finding that steadiness and stabilization. And then as we're doing the opposite way, we're also finding mobility. And so we have to be true to ourselves and our strength so that we could go out there and be open and free and non-judgmental to others. And then you're going to go ahead and relax, and let's go ahead and march the legs up and down here. Good. So from here, I want you to cross your right foot over the left. And as you do that, you're going to take your hands to your hips. So you may even notice like one hip is a little bit higher than the other. So I want you to try to find some stability, maybe even bending the knees a little bit. Then squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together and don't push your butt back. Try to keep the hips and the knees and the ankles aligned and start to hinge forward over the legs. And then eventually releasing your hands to the ground, and head is heavy towards your right knee in the ground. And you want to feel as you press into your fingertips and the feet, you want to feel the inner armpits still lift up, the inner hip flexors still lift up, even though we're pressing down. And that's what's always funny about yoga too, is it's always like this lovely contradiction of finding balance in between two different powers and strengths. And then from here, gently roll up to stand, and please uncross your legs, march a little bit. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So please take your left foot over the right foot. And then you may notice, oh, one side made me turn more than the other. And that's just because one side's usually stronger than the other. So it's a little bit more tight. So with your hands trying to find that the frontal hip points, these little bony points in your hips, are facing straight forward and that the sit bones are widening. So then we're hinging. We're not pushing anything out of the way. We're using our core to lift the belly up, and then we hinge over the legs, reach your hands to the ground. And you might even find one side's like, oh, I feel that a little bit more. And let your body talk to you. It's trying to tell you something that it needs to strengthen somewhere, it needs to open somewhere. And the more we can listen to the innate wisdom of our own body's intellect, we really start to make great differences in our healing and in our strength and our mobility. And then we'll go ahead and slowly roll up. And we're going to come back to our seat now. So 15 minutes goes by so fast. We're going to come back sitting at the edge of your chair one more time. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to the tops of the knees. And I want you to press into the thighs, kind of drawing the energy of the knees away from you. So we're trying to lengthen the outer leg. So that's the knees moving forward. But on the inside, we're trying to pull the groins in and back. And so that's what stabilizes the pelvis, this midsection of our body that supports us. And then the shoulders stacked neatly over those hips. And then oftentimes we've got like the crown of the head forward. And when I tell people to bring the head back, they look up. And I really just want you to stack your head evenly. And it almost feels weird kind of behind your shoulders. But the more you push your arms into your knees, the bottom tips of the shoulder blades will connect together. The core is going to connect more and you'll feel a little bit more upright and strong. It might feel strange at first. What I would like you to do here in this nice tall seat is just to close your eyes and feel the energy move in your body. Feel the connection of your feet into the earth. And feel the shoulders relax away from your ears. And allow your bones to be heavy. Oftentimes there's this tension, this clenching. Sometimes we clench our jaw, or we clench the buttocks, or we clench our brow. And so we maybe sometimes even take the shoulders to our ears. So right now, here in this time, can you just relax and trust that you're in a safe place and surrender and allow Mother Earth to support you, allow gravity to help you. And then through your beautiful own light and strength, pull the navel in, feel a sense of connection to your truth. And know that your purpose here in this world is grand. And it's not anything that you're going to necessarily do, but it is how you will behave and respond to your experiences. And so through the practice of yoga and meditation, we come back home to the beautiful essence of our soul, our truth, which is love and kindness, generosity, empathy, and compassion. And the more we respond and behave from those qualities, instead of the narrator's thoughts in our mind that keep kind of constantly talking at us, but instead responding from that beautiful light of your soul. When we respond in that way to our daily experiences, we send out vibrations of positivity into the world, and they touch the lives of others and others and others. And our little ripples create waves. We'll go ahead and bring our hands in front of our heart. So wow, 15 minutes, like I said, goes by so fast. I really appreciate you gathering with me today. Let's all give a little namaste. So namaste, everybody.